important that you save your vote for the November election. Voting this Tuesday only enables the Republicans in their quest to elect Donald Trump again. Your vote makes a difference in November, not this Tuesday.
What you just heard has been giving new meaning to the term robocall. Artificial intelligence was used to create a deep fake of President Biden, which was then sent to New Hampshire voters on the eve of a very real presidential primary, telling them to avoid voting in that primary. Fortunately, the fake was exposed and identified prior to voting. And now, a month later, we're learning a lot more about where that call came from. And buckle up, because this one is a wild ride. Kent, help me out here. What does a street magician difference have to do with all of this?
Well, according to the political reporter from NBC News who broke this story, a magician came forward to say he produced that deep fake, but said it was at the request of a Democratic operative who was also employed at the time by the Dean Phillips campaign. As you might imagine, that reporter was skeptical, but he says the magician had receipts and even pulled the curtain back on his trick.
All it took was a few downloaded clips from YouTube and a few minutes.
And now I can have you say anything I want.
For magician Paul Carpenter to show his hand to NBC reporter Alex Seitz-Wald.
Hi, I am a robot version of Alex, and I love NBC and my bosses.
Dude, that sounds like you. That's ridiculously you.
That sounds exactly like
So now we
me.
have that.
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do is download that.
I was very surprised by how easy this was.
Alex was also surprised to hear Carpenter was allegedly paid just $150 to use this same tech to produce a deepfake robocall sent to several thousand New Hampshire primary voters.
It's important that you save your vote for the November election.
According to Alex's reporting, the payment for that call allegedly came from Democratic Get Out the Vote specialist Steve Kramer.
He completely said nothing for the first 48 hours and then said only cryptically so far that he will reveal his side of the story Saturday or sometime soon.
According to FEC records, Kramer was getting paid by Dean Phillips' campaign at the time to collect ballot signatures in New York and Pennsylvania. In a tweet this afternoon, Phillips responded to the report, writing, "I'm disgusted that a consultant hired to assist my campaign with ballot access is alleged to have faked a robocall impersonating Joe Biden. While I don't know the person, such behavior is despicable and I trust will be investigated by authorities."
It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that a presidential campaign would direct somebody to do.
Meanwhile, federal and state officials in New Hampshire say they are still investigating.
This area of the law is so new and untested because this is the first known example of a deepfake being used maliciously in an American campaign. So it's kind of unclear what laws were broken here.
I'm not looking to the government to save us from anything here. What will happen is that these kinds of things will just move offshore, or they will be launched by people not associated with a campaign.
Al Tompkins is a consultant who studies and trains journalists on emerging AI and deepfake technology. And he gave us a demonstration of the same software today, showing us there's nothing magic about what that magician produced.
This is how easy it is to create Jana's voice. It took 10 minutes of work. And the software I am using to create this costs $5 a month.
That might be a little unsettling to viewers that are just learning about this, especially with an election coming up. What would you tell people about what to expect in the months to come?
Be skeptical, but don't be cynical. What I hear from everyday people when I show them this technology is, oh, I just don't believe anything anymore. And I hope that doesn't happen, because truth does matter. And the fact of the matter is, you have to become a better consumer if you're going to be a full citizen. It starts with awareness, right? You have to be aware that this kind of thing is possible.
Now, in addition to Dean Phillips himself, his campaign has reiterated that it had nothing to do with any deepfake robocalls. They also said that if the allegations against Kramer prove to be true, they certainly denounce his actions. Jen, I might imagine you have a few questions because you didn't know we used your voice in that deepfake.
Yeah, I denounce your actions. Come on.
Just wanted to show how easy and how quick this is. Al sent that to me in just a couple of minutes. And by the way, he said it costs $5 a month. That NBC reporter said that the magician, well, he used a free trial, so it only cost him $1 to produce that deepfake of Biden.
This is also disheartening. Just makes our job a little bit harder, but one more up to the task, Flora. Thanks so much, Kent.
Yeah.